Swords, King of Coins group, Three of Coins group here. And it's like almost trying to force them with this Knight of Swords energy, trying to force them back. Three of Wands. Okay, you want to be a Three of Wands? I'm going to make you a 10. Because how dare you want to be a free spirit and go out on your own? This high priestess had to abandon a family, had to abandon a group. Because she could see, she got her flashlight. She could see that they were already plotting on her. She could see it. She knew it. Five of Coins. Yeah. This King of Swords was sharing information that he knew about this High Priestess Temperance energy with others to have them out in the cold. To put them in financial hardship. I.e. 10 of Wands. I.e. 8 of Cups. So yeah, this King of Swords was sharing information with this King of Coins, if they're not already the King of Coins, to put this Temperance energy, High Priestess energy into hardship, have them burnt out, and have them abandoned and heartbroken. See, that was the initial plan. And he got money off of it. That's how he controlled what was known about this divine feminine to this group. And it says on the King of Swords, head over heart. Three of Swords above it, heartbreaking trauma. This was done on purpose. Because he shared whatever knowledge he knew to this group and or family to break this Knight of Wands heart, leave them abandoned, leave them burdened, leave people talking about them so they could not move forward. And this was in the past because you wanted to move forward. This Knight of Wands, High Priestess, Temperance energy. But once you decided to do that, it's almost like being abandoned and then abandoning it, everything. If you were left out, you stayed out, you didn't go back, which put an end to this King of Swords, King of Coins, control antics. Because the deal was you were supposed to come running back to the group so they could leave you out in the cold again. So they could make sure you struggled again. So this King of Swords went around talking about you. So you can be burdened, so you could be abandoned, so you could be left with heartache and trauma. But you persevered. And once you persevered, they could no longer control the narrative. Because by that time, you already knew what they were up to. And they were trying to cut down how much you would share. But you didn't even have to say anything. Because sometimes saying nothing is saying everything. You just, y'all abandoned me. Okay, so I'm out. That's it. That's the end. This is what they did to you. This is what you did to them. But the plan was to stop you so you could be in poverty. And by having you in heartache and trauma and sorrow, they would get some money. This group would get some money. And by this family abandoning you, you were supposed to run back to them. And by you being burnt out, you weren't supposed to be able to tap into your third eye and remain balanced. You weren't supposed to become a divine masculine and or divine feminine with peace and harmony. Because they talked so much about you to control the narrative, and this King of Swords was very impulsive about it. He took real action. He moved hard with this. But you continue to move forward despite who had what, and you put an end to this. Three of Wands, King of Coins, the World. Queen of Wands. Confirmation. I hear, we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. And you didn't. You knew them folk was talking about you. This looked like the same person. Just a younger version. They've been talking about you since you were young. Talking about your hair, your clothes, your passion, your energy, your leadership. How much, same girl, how much of a leader you are. How you take initiative to do what you need to do. Same person. Look, I'm looking at the hair. They couldn't stand how strong you were. They wanted this for you. They wanted, okay, you gonna leave us? Okay, well fine, you're gonna be burdened. And you still kept persevering. You still kept moving. Wasn't nobody stopping you. Do you see that? Look at that hand on the Three of Wands. Ain't it up holding the walking stick? Look at that hand on the Queen of Wands. Got the protest sign down, but got that fist up. Even on the Knight of Wands, you still got that same hand up. Right hand, right hand, right hand. Wasn't nobody about to stop you. And what is this in their right hand? That looks like a knife. In all four of these cards, there's something in the character's right hand. You were ready to move forward, and you were happy about it. And yes, you were burdened, but it was all right. You protected yourself. You continue to move forward and still be kind. And now you're where you need to be, and you said enough is enough. This is over. Enough is enough. What a story. They tried it. You can't hold a good one down. They thought all that talking they thought all that talking about you was gonna keep you down. But look, while they in there talking about you, what's behind there? A knife. While you burden, what's in that hand? A knife. They wasn't stopping nothing. They wasn't stopping nothing. Because even though you were going through that, you saw them. You saw them. You watched your back. You handled your stuff. You did what you had to do, but you still saw them. Completion endings. 10 of Wands, the World. Completion endings. It was over before it even began. When they thought that they were burdening you, no, baby. They were getting you ready for a fight. I see you. I see you. I hear you. I know I got to go on my own. I know what's up. And even then, what's this in the Eight of Wands hand? It's still some type of bag. It's almost like you still wasn't worried. You was in your bag. They thought you was burdened and you was in your bag. Yes, you may have been heartbroken about the past, being abandoned, because with this Eight of Cups and Three of Swords, I see Dave's stuff. You had to pack up and leave. You left with whatever you had. So yeah, your heart may have been broken a little bit, but you kept going. And this King of Coins, King of Swords character still kept trying to control the narrative with whoever these two people are. And by the way, there's still two more people. It's two females. Look, red hair, red hair. And when I look at this, I look at the dogs, the female dogs. This King of Coins, King of Swords was talking shit to you and paying two female dogs. And they were collaborating on how they could get more out of you, out of your heartbreak. And even though you may have been heartbroken about the past, which way is that Three of Swords looking? Towards the future. Yeah, you went through it, as we all do. That's normal. That's normal. In due time, wounds do heal. And so does heartbreak. So yeah, you were fine. You went through your emotions. You felt what you needed to feel. You know how they tried to do you, but you were still ready regardless. I don't think they knew how resilient you were. I don't think they knew you at all. You see this Temperance card? There's dresses, there's wigs, there's the cups and things like that. I mean, they didn't know you were a person of many hats. You were a person of many hats. They abandoned you thinking that you was going to run right back. Psych! Fuck you thought. They thought by abandoning you that would make you run back. That's so stupid. By burdening somebody, that'll make them run back. What? Now, don't get me wrong. Some people, they go through scenarios and situations to where they feel like they don't have a choice. But in this case, you were ready. Like I said, there was always something in your right hand. Never, what's the saying? Never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Right? So in this case, the left is the past, the right is the future. Never let your past know where you're going in your future. They didn't know nothing about you. They had no idea that you was ready for it. Even if you wasn't ready for it, you were ready for it. Yeah, you watched people walk away. And you were hurt by it, but it was all good. You kept on your journey. Three of Wands, Knight of Wands. You had shit to do. So yeah, this Queen of Wands stood up to this Knight of Swords, King of Swords character because you already knew that they isolated you on purpose. And it hurt you in the past, but you still kept going You took the initiative. You are a leader. You continue to move forward. You were still fearless. You were still a risk taker. You were still a free spirit. Wasn't nobody about to stop you, baby. Passionate. You take charge. Energetic. They were not stopping you. 9 of Cups. Dreams come true. Satisfaction. Abundance. So all this yipping and a yapping and a yapping and a yipping was try to control, was to pretty much try to control your future. Try to control your abundance. Try to control your happiness. And like I said, you are heartbroken about this group, but you still remain balanced, which is why you're going to get everything that you desire. That's why you're happy. That's why you're okay now. The Star. There we go. Faith, renewal, healing. You healed yourself. You know what they did to you in the past. You saw everything intuitively. You already knew. You saw everything. You still remain balanced and you healed. And when you walked away, you stayed away, which made sure that you would get the abundance that they so aggressively tried to hold you from. People got to understand, when they say abundance and inheritance in these readings, it's not always money. It's your life. It's who you are. It's your goals. You understand? Your abundance is you. That inheritance is you. They did not want you to be you. Look at this. Everybody got their back turned. They walked away from you. You kept going, and now look where you are. You're making your dreams come true. You're satisfied. The only thing that's missing is the 10 of Cups. And guess what? The Star is pouring out a bottle. Whatever that is, you got to put that in a cup, right? So you don't even want this 10 of Cups. Not this one. You don't want that. You didn't want that no damn way. Because you already saw how these people were. You saw it. You saw exactly how these people were. So, fuck that extra cup. I'll go get a new one. I'll go get a new one. Cheat sheet. Yeah. Whenever the cheat sheet comes out, that means it was a plan. That means it definitely was a plan. So they had planned, this group had planned to walk away from you, to get you to come back. And it's almost like the way the Star is not even looking in that direction. It's like, man, I've seen this story before. I'm cool. And then it's in the same line as the High Priestess. And if you look at the direction of where the flashlight is pointing, it's pointing diagonally to the cheat sheet. I'm putting them in the order that they are on the line. You ain't worried about nothing they got to give you. You don't want no love. Can't nobody come back into your life because I already got your information. I got the code now. I know exactly what everybody was going to do, try to do, when they were going to, how they were going to, all of that shit. I'm good. I'll do it on my own. I don't need your love. Pouring it out. I don't need nothing from you people. You left me alone. I kept walking. That's it. That's the end of that. I don't feel like I'm missing nothing. Let me show you these 3 cards one more time because I love them. You left me alone. You abandoned me. I kept going. And now I'm straight. And then look. I ain't worried about them. I'm cool. I'm not worried about nothing they got going on. Long hair, short. I'm straight. The Sun. This King of Swords thought by collaborating with these people to break your heart, they would have success. Because they had, like I said, they had this all planned out. They thought that by talking about you in such a way, you would not see it and you would come running back and they would be successful. Nah. Like I said, when they gave you your walking papers, you kept walking. Last card. Page of Cups. Daydreamer. Leading with heart. Sensitive. What did I tell you? Didn't I say you didn't want this funky 10 of Cups? What's this 9 plus 1? You got your own. This fool was head over heart, right? You lead with your heart. Your 9 of Cups, your Page of Cups, you got your 10, baby. It's within self. It is within self. I just said you don't need that extra cup. You'll get your own. Did I not? Blonde hair. You abandoned me and I loved myself anyway. I kept my dreams. I love myself anyway. I looked within. I didn't need it from you. I did not need it from you. You gave me 8 asses to kiss. Fine. I went and found nine shares of love in myself, and now I got the final one. Fuck your family. Fuck that group. Bunch of female dogs. On a leash. On a leash. Y'all are chained. Y'all are bind. Not this Queen of Wands. Not this Queen of Wands. She let all that go. She let all of that go. And now she's back to her youthful self. We're not gonna take it. I don't know why that song is stuck in my head. So yeah, this King of Swords collaborated with this group of female dogs and paid them to spread lies to have you burdened, abandoned, and heartbroken. Because this was supposed to make you come back. So by walking away from you, you were supposed to come back, but you kept going. You kept going, which ended all of this. You were fearless. You were spontaneous. You were optimistic. You had faith. Your faith was your healing and renewal. And the one thing I love about all of this, you didn't let nobody know what you was doing. Sacred knowledge. You didn't let nobody know what you was doing. You didn't let nobody know what you knew. But you knew it. And you moved on it. Which brought an end to all of this. You win! You win, Queen of Wands. You win, baby. No way, Kimosabi. This is my house now. What's on the bottom? The Emperor. Dependability, authority, structure. That's you, baby. That's what they didn't want you to be. This is what they didn't want you to have. Authority, structure, dependability, leadership. From the beginning, they knew you had it in you, which is why they tried to stop you. And you still ended up there with a basket of goodies. You understand? They couldn't stop you. They tried. Gossip, slander, isolation, controlling the narrative, paying people to talk shit, trying to break your heart, trying to unbalance you. They couldn't stop you. And I know they mad. Is you mad? Or is you mad? At the end of the day, remember, there's really no gender in tarot. It just goes with the cards. But Emperor or Empress, no matter what they tried to do, no matter how much rah they talked, no matter how much money they spent to try and control the narrative as well as control what everybody else was saying about you, no matter how much they strategized, you already knew what was up. And before they could even get this far, before they could even get that far, you was already in your abundant era and healing. So it didn't even matter. You had already beat them at their own game. Because you led with your heart and you allowed your heart to heal. By not going back, helped you heal. When somebody puts you out of a space or say they don't want you nowhere, don't ever go back there. You're not welcome here. Thank you very much, deuces. Don't allow yourself to be put back into a situation where people will try to abuse you again. Keep going forward. You went from the 10 of Wands to the Knight of Wands to the Page of Wands to the Queen of Wands and the Star and the Sun. That's a beautiful energy there. And by not looking back, you put an end to all their asses. Celebrate. Celebrate. You deserve to.